Was Raghuram Rajan right? The real debate of India's manufacturing versus innovation. Just imagine. Whenever we picture the future of India, what comes to mind first? Shining industrial corridors, factories echoing with thousands of machines, millions of workers engaged in daily production, and the glowing dream of Make in India. For years, we've been told that if India wants to become an economic superpower like China, it must follow the SAM path, become a global manufacturing hub. But what if someone says that path is already closed? And what if those words don't come from an ordinary person, but from some of the world's most respected economists, Raghuram Rajan and Prasanna Tantri? Would you be shocked? Or would you pause to rethink everything you believed? Today, we will dive deep into this very debate. But before that, if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so that you never miss any of our latest updates. So, without further delay, let's begin today's discussion. Raghuram Rajan, once the governor of the Reserve Bank of India and often praised on international platforms for his sharp economic insights, said in clear terms, the time for job creation through manufacturing is over. According to him, India's future must now be built on brain skills and innovation. Echoing his thoughts, Professor Prasanna Tantri of the Indian School of Business, ISB, not only supported Rajan's statement but also explained in detail why small and medium-sized manufacturing enterprises, or 𝐮𝐻𝐻𝐻, are no longer a sustainable solution for India. Professor Tantri clarified his argument further. Even today, policymakers assume 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻 and manufacturing will create jobs. But the truth is, in this age of robotics and automation, manual production can no longer compete. Machines are faster, more precise, and cheaper than humans. When the entire world is running on robotic assembly lines, how long can India survive on manual production? His question was blunt and thought-provoking. How long will you fight against robots? There's depth in his reasoning. If we look back over the last 20 to 30 years, the landscape of manufacturing has changed completely. Factories that once employed thousands of workers now run with just a few hundred robots and advanced technologies. That's why jobs in tradable sectors like manufacturing are shrinking. On the other hand, non-tradable sectors such as healthcare, education, personal services, and hospitality remain stable, because the impact of technological disruption is relatively limited there. Tantri gave a simple but powerful example. 30 years ago, a barber cut hair. Today, he still does the same. The work is the same, the effort is the same, and the need for employees is the same. But look at a factory. The picture is completely different. What once required 1,000 workers is now done by 100 robots. This is why economists argue that India's real opportunity for jobs lies in non-tradable sectors and innovation-driven industries, rather than clinging to traditional manufacturing dreams. Now here the big question arises. Does this mean schemes like Make in India are wrong? Professor Tantri argues, we are spending our energy in the wrong direction. Our priority should shift from Make in India to Innovate in India. He even suggested that instead of PLI, Production-Linked Incentive, the government should launch an ILI, Innovation-Linked Incentive, scheme. Because if we remain stuck on production, we will fall behind the world. But if we focus on innovation, we can actually lead the race for the future. Think about why China's model succeeded. Back in the 1980s and 1990s, globalization was at its peak. The world was hungry for cheap goods, and China seized this opportunity. They had a savings rate as high as 50%, which was poured into investments. They had millions of low-wage workers. The result? The entire world's production shifted to China, and it became known as the factory of the world. But India neither has such a high savings rate, nor such investment levels, and the world itself has changed. India's savings rate is barely 30% and declining. Wages are no longer cheap. And today the world doesn't just want cheap products, it wants smart and innovative products. Raghuram Rajan's argument follows the same line. We cannot copy China's path because the circumstances have changed. Every country is now promoting its own manufacturing capacity. The US is shouting Made in America. Europe is busy protecting its industries. And China is already ahead. In such a climate, if India follows the old model, defeat is certain. So what should India do? Both Rajan and Tantri believe that India must build upon its existing strength in AT and services and take the next leap forward. India is already a superpower in AT services. Companies like Infosys, TCS, and Wipro have won global trust. But now the time has come to go beyond just services. India must focus on products and innovation. Artificial intelligence, biotechnology, climate tech, deep tech, these are the technologies of the future. And India should aim to lead the world in them. Prasanna Tantri emphasizes that innovation doesn't come from talent alone, but from the ecosystem and clustering around that talent. He gave the example of Silicon Valley. When 20 to 30 top innovators came together in one place, the collective impact was far greater than their individual capabilities. India, he argues, must create a similar environment. As he put it, if we can bring the world's top 10 innovators together in India, the effect would be more powerful than any government scheme. He pointed to Arvind Srinivas, founder, Perplexity AI, as an example. Srinivas is of Indian origin but currently lives in the US, struggling for a green card. Tantri said, if we could bring even 10 such people to India and provide the right ecosystem, the country's future could change dramatically. He added that there are many Indian innovators in the US who want to return, but India must create an attractive environment for them, easy visas, research funding, and a stronger startup ecosystem. To understand this model, he said, we should look at Israel, Taiwan, and South Korea. Israel is known as a startup nation, producing thousands of startups every year. Taiwan today dominates the global semiconductor industry. South Korea has built its reputation in electronics and technology. These are small countries, yet they became global powers through the strength of innovation. Compared to them, India has a far larger population and talent base. The only question is whether we move in the right direction. India's greatest strength is its young population. But if we turn them only into factory workers, they will eventually lose to machines. On the other hand, if we direct them towards innovation and research, these same young minds could transform the world. That is why both Tantri and Rajan insist that India must raise the slogan of Innovate in India, not just Make in India.
If the video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.